Well, I'm not sure where I'm going to go with this tonight because I just, I keep thinking about all this flipping stuff that's going on in the world, and that's terrible, really. And I just want to kind of simplify things a little bit and bring a bit of peace and love to people, really, by just simplifying stuff. It's all getting so complicated. I did say I'd talk about paedophilia and all that. Well, that's a dodgy old subject, that is. It used to be so simple. There was a dirty man, and he was known as like a dirty man, and us kids kept away. That was simple. And now it's all so flipping complicated, They reckon, these scientists, they reckon that there's something like 100 genders. Well, how can that be, Simple, isn't it? Mummy, daddy, pig and piglets, isn't it? Well, that's what I've always thought. Anyway, that's my experience in life. But now, 100 genders, they reckon. And there's this thing called, what is it? Age liquidity or something or other. Where if you think you're only 4 years old, then you are sexually. Well, that's flipping stupid. And they're saying that could be a reason why you might want to be a paedophile. And some of them, like in places like, I think it's Canada, they're saying, well, that's all right. Well, that's not all right. That's flipping not all right. That's flipping wrong. How'd that get on? Mummy, daddy and the piglets and some sort of flipping sex fest or something in the sty there. That's not right. That's simply not right. They all end up as flipping sausages, in my view. It's a bit unchristian of me, but you've got to have standards and boundaries somewhere along the line, and that's all getting lost. It's just getting completely lost. It seems that rights ideology is now the dominant method of imposing liberal moral values on every citizen. I'll read that again. That's flipping good, that, isn't it? It seems that rights ideology is now the dominant method of imposing liberal moral values on every citizen. So, if I think, well, there was that case, wasn't there? I won't go into that case. It's a bit flipping, yeah. But, if I don't like something, because I've got like a moral viewpoint on it, and that doesn't fit with the liberal sort of, all the piggies in the pigsty, don't matter whether they've got mummy or daddy bits and babies, piglets and stuff. If they want to do stuff in the pigsty, all that sort of crazy stuff, and I've got a view on that because I just want to make piglets, if you see what I mean, because that's what, straightforward, mummy, daddy, and make some piglets. But if they all want to just muck in and do what the heck they like to each other, I've got to put up with that. Well, I don't want my piglets messed about with by some other daddy piglet or mummy piglet or whatever. Do you see what I mean? That's not a good way of making sausages. That's not a good way of carrying on. That's not a good way of perpetuating, putting piglets to one side for a minute, the human race, if you see what I mean. That's a bit flipping, well, I don't know. How do we get back to genuine equality? Well, what is genuine equality, I'm what they call a WASP, White Anglo-Saxon Protestant. I am severely disadvantaged in a lot of senses now, and that's all right, I don't mind that. See, because as a Christian, I actually don't believe I have any rights, really. So, I don't mean to say you can just walk all over me. I don't mean to say that. Jesus was quite specific about that. He said, don't you go hitting me on the left cheek, or was it the right cheek? I can't remember now, I'd have to look it up. What he was saying was, in that culture, you see, you had an arse-wiping hand. And if you hit a man with your arse-wiping hand, that was a dirty, filthy thing to do. And what Jesus was saying was, don't you hit me with your arse-wiping hand. I'm as good as you. So, when I get swiped with all this flipping stuff about my Christianity, that's you hitting me with a dirty hand. Because what chance have I got of standing up for my own views? Because I got views, and feelings and all that. And just because I'm a Christian, you can't roll me over and just give me a good shoeing. I'm not that sort of Christian. I'm a bit of a fighter, really, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I don't know how Hassan's getting on, but I wanted to make a little sort of one of them so that it could be projected on the White Cliffs of Dover. I thought I could make it with that, what's his name? His flipping name's gone out of my head. That fella, Farage, that's it, Lafarge, Raj, or whatever his name is. He's belting out Land of Hope and Glory and Britannia and all that sort of stuff at the moment. Well, I'm not so sure about that, but there'll be bluebirds over the White Cliffs of Dover. Wouldn't be a bad little number to be projected on the Cliffs of Dover. Is all the boat people, because they're illegal. Those boat people, they're not legal. People are starting to say they're legal. They're not. They're not legal. They're buying them flipping rubber boats off of scoundrels, off flipping gun runners and that sort of thing. That can't be legal. Those people in those boats are supporting a whole network of slave trade and flipping this, that, and the other. People transport, and I know these people. I know the genuine. My friend, he had to get out of the Congo after his mate had been killed, and there was money on his head. He had to hide under a lorry for 3 weeks travelling, and he was separated from his family for 7 years. That's flipping legal and genuine and all that stuff. And he's a lovely fella. He helps loads of people now integrate. Anyway, I've gone on about a lot of subjects, and I got a nice bit of bacon in the fridge for my breakfast in the morning. I'm looking forward to that. I tried that vegan thing, but that made me pop a little bit too much, if you see what I mean, and stuff like that. And I did get tired when I was on that vegan stuff, so a bit of meat now and again, and veg, of course, and that keeps the spice of life going, because you need a bit of spice. I'm getting on for doing too much talking again, so I'll have to sign off now. And my internet's all up the spout, so nobody's got back to me on any of my appeals, because I've done different appeals for some sort of level of support. Like, I need a white Englishman to be the butt of Irish jokes, if that makes sense. That's my Irish thing, racism, da-de-da. So it's all getting a bit of a muddle, but I really enjoy talking to you all, and God bless you all. You're all lovely people, and I'll see you soon. Bye now on 7 minutes.